Law enforcement instructed an individual to place their hands against a wall and remain still, warning of potential harm if they moved. The reason for this encounter was clarified as related to a vehicle matter, not a traffic stop. The individual was then directed to kneel.
Put your hands up on the wall. It's a vehicle issue.
Get on your knees. Get on your knees.
The narrative then shifts to the background of Cathryn Gorospe, born in Los Angeles County, California, on August 16, 1973. Her early years were spent in California before relocating to Arizona for higher education, where she chose to remain after graduating. Cathryn dedicated her life to teaching kindergarten, most recently at Arrowhead Elementary School in North Glendale. Those who knew her described her as lively, optimistic, and deeply compassionate. She had adopted a shelter dog named Sunshine and held strong values related to education, animals, and the natural world. Cathryn enjoyed her summers hiking and rafting in the Grand Canyon, and occasionally worked as a tour guide for the Grand Canyon Railway, a historic line connecting Williams, Arizona, to the South Rim. The story then turns to Charlie, a 34-year-old Arizona native who spent most of his life in Williams. He dropped out of high school in 2007 and never pursued further education. Charlie's life had been troubled by substance abuse and felony charges dating back to 2009, including drug offenses, DUIs, property damage, and multiple assaults on law enforcement. He was well known to police not only for his criminal record but also because his stepfather, Herman Nixon, was the chief of police in Williams. Despite this, Nixon reported minimal contact with Charlie in recent years. Charlie had recently found work as a server, attempting to rebuild his life. On July 10, 2017, Cathryn and Charlie met at the Wild West Junction restaurant, where Charlie was working. They struck up a conversation, and Cathryn was immediately captivated. It's unclear when Cathryn learned of Charlie's recent 4-year prison sentence for aggravated assault and resisting arrest, but she seemed to believe she could help him overcome his struggles with discipline and support. She urged him to seek help, avoid substances, and find stable employment. At first, there was hope. Charlie was working full-time and making progress under Cathryn's guidance, but that progress quickly unraveled. On August 20th, 2017, Charlie's sister reported her vehicle stolen. While traveling on Interstate 10 in Tempe, with Charlie as a passenger and her children in the back seat, Charlie became agitated, believing nearby drivers were threatening them. He drew a handgun, prompting his sister to stop the car and evacuate the children. Charlie took off in the vehicle, later informing her it was parked outside the Canyon Club Bar in Williams. The bar confirmed the vehicle's location. Officers arrived and arrested Charlie, who was exiting the bar. As a convicted felon, Charlie was prohibited from possessing firearms, resulting in charges including prohibited possession, weapon possession during a felony, carrying a weapon into a prohibited place, and vehicle theft. He was booked into Coconino County Jail with a high bond. Weeks later, Charlie contacted Cathryn from jail. Initially hesitant due to financial strain, she was eventually persuaded by Charlie's pleas. Bail bondsman Tom Watson advised against it, warning Cathryn, who he found compassionate but naive, not to risk her home for someone she barely knew. Nonetheless, she was determined and claimed to be in love with Charlie. She used her home as collateral to post a $20,000 bond, imposing strict conditions for his release. Daily check-ins with Tom, verification of activities, counseling, AA/MA meetings, and her managing his finances. No drugs, alcohol, gambling, or unrestricted internet use. Charlie agreed, promising change. On October 6th, Cathryn drove her white 2010 Toyota RAV4 from Phoenix to the jail. Surveillance footage captured her entering the jail at 8:39 p.m., and Charlie was released at 10:12 p.m. They left together. 2 days later, Charlie was seen using a woman's credit card at a Tucson mall. After being apprehended and initially giving a false name, he admitted the card belonged to Cathryn. Authorities tried to contact her but were unsuccessful. When Cathryn's roommate hadn't heard from her in 2 days, and knowing she never left Sunshine without care, she reported her missing. Around the same time, violent incidents occurred at Arizona State University. Surveillance footage showed Charlie on campus, entering a dorm with a 17-year-old student. After being asked to leave, he became violent, repeatedly punching the student and throwing her to the ground before fleeing. He then carjacked another young woman, Shannon McCrae. With Cathryn still missing and Charlie the last to see her, police escalated their search. Records showed Charlie had been trying to acquire drugs and a firearm. A witness told police they saw Charlie in a white RAV4, the interior drenched in blood. The case was reclassified as a potential homicide, and an alert for the vehicle was issued. In the early hours of October 9th, police located the RAV4 and pursued it. The chase ended in a crash, and Charlie was arrested. He was uncooperative and charged with unlawful flight, resisting arrest, and aggravated assault. The RAV4's interior confirmed the worst. It was blood-soaked, and Cathryn was nowhere to be found. Charlie assaulted officers again during booking and faced new charges. Eventually, he provided leads on Cathryn's whereabouts. On October 13th, law enforcement found a deceased body off Nugget Mine Road in Mayer, Arizona. Though DNA testing was pending, the physical description and clothing suggested it was Cathryn Gorospe. The Yavapai County Sheriff's Office and Flagstaff Police led the investigation. An autopsy confirmed homicide. Charlie had stabbed her 14 times, then ran her over with her own car following an argument about drugs. In April 2019, Charlie was indicted for first-degree murder, a capital offense. He pled not guilty.
Homicide case of Cathryn Gorospe. Since October 8th of 2017, law enforcement across many jurisdictions have been investigating the reported missing person of Cathryn.
Prosecutors offered a plea deal in June 2022 to avoid the death penalty. He pled guilty to first-degree murder, abandonment of a body, and other crimes. In July 2022, Charlie received life in prison without parole. At sentencing, Cathryn's mother delivered an emotional statement, mourning the betrayal of her daughter's kindness. The court acknowledged the family's pain and expressed hope that their unity and love could offer healing. To honor Cathryn's memory,
inside that was hurting, abandoned, betrayed, or whatever. And she was there when the rest of the world was not.
her loved ones created a foundation supporting education, animals, and nature, causes she held dear. Details on how to support the foundation can be found in the video description.